Alright folks, we're back. I am the Wizard from Wizard of Mo Games, and we are at the Wizard's table, and we are in the middle of a rogue dungeon run-through. I believe we have just reached level 4. I got everything cleaned up at the end of last session, and we're just going to head straight into it. Just to recap, I'm doing 3 damage. Got a cell sword that's giving me plus to my attack. I'm using intellect, which is currently at level 6, agility at level 6, strength at level 5. My vitality is at an 8, and I'm at 6 hit points. I've got 4 experience. This is my bonus from my cell sword, and I'm currently doing 3 damage. Still sitting on 1 camping gear. So if I need to camp and heal up, but I have discovered that they are in the loot deck, not just in the dig through deck there. We've got level 4 monsters on. We have gone down to level 4, and we are stepping in immediately to a red gem encounter. So we are having to fight to go down the stairs. I can see the wizard with the magic staff, book of spells, and a dagger in hand, ready to go. We flip it, it's an encounter. Draw 1 monster and resolve the combat. Well, here we go. What does level 4 look like? An ogre. Woo! All right. We've got a lot of keywords on this one here. Looks like 4 experience. He has a couple of abilities. If I roll a 5, it's Berserk. And if I roll a 6, it's Evade. He has 7 health, an attack value of 12. He does 3 damage, and it looks like if you had a beer, maybe? A barrel, something, might help you against him. So let's check Berserk real quick. If I roll that unlucky 5, he's going to get 2 plus 2 damage until the end of combat, but it's not cumulative. So, wow, that would take him from a 3 to a 5. And then if we roll a 6, it's Evade. We would reduce damage taken by the current monster's health. So, that's if we evade. If he evades, it would reduce damage taken by us by our current health. Ooh, that's not good. All right, so here he is. What shall we do? If I rolled a 6, I'd have to roll less than his level to evade and just not fight him. But it'd be really nice to draw up some loot. You get a loot for killing a monster, right? Can we take him? What are we at? 6, 7. We have a plus 7. We could do 3 damage. Ooh, I could light him up. -1 to his attack value. Or -1 to his damage for 1 combat round. I think I could use that whenever I needed to. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and first off throw my fireball and see if I can get him into killing range. So my fireball is discard to inflict die 6 plus 1 damage, and I can buy that back. So this little die has not been doing well for me on the 6, so let's see what happens. Well, look at that, a 6. So a die 6 plus 1 does 7, and I kill the ogre outright with a fireball. Oh my goodness. 4 experience. You know what? That's going to put me at 8. And I'm going to get a loot. So this dude is going to go way up here in the level 4. Let's grab the loot. The loot is Fireball Scroll. Holy moly. Nice. Because I was going to spend this experience to, I want to spend 5 of it to buy my fireball back. Now I can do 2 fireballs in a turn. That's looking really good. The Sorcerer is ramped up. Started off weak, but is doing fine. All right, so I have an option of where I go. This encounter is gone. I'll go ahead and pitch it in there. And I can go towards a blue or towards a white. And I think the white is the people that trade, and I'm not trading anything that I have. So let's go ahead and move towards the blue. Where's the exit? It's over here. If I went that way, I could get out, but you know, you always want to look at these other rooms. All right, let's go to the blue. And let's see what happens. We're going to pull a blue encounter. Song of Sirens. Sirens lure you into the dark abyss. Pass only if one hero discards a silence scroll, which I do not have, horn of blasting, or lute of soothing. So you either silence them, blow a horn that's so loud you can't hear them, or you soothe them. That's the only way to pass. Oh boy, and if you fail, you must discard a henchman. Well, guess what? I just lost my sellsword. He said, "See ya, I'm hanging out with the chicks." And he took his sword with him. And that was a fail. So there they go. Blue is gone. Blue is done. I would think after time you would sort of remember what cards, because there's only 5 of each of these, 1 for each level, and what you've gone through and what remains. I've never seen them, so I do not know. But I would think that by this time you'd say there's either going to be a Song of Sirens or there's going to be whatever else, and you could sort of prepare for that. Right now for me, I don't have any of that foreknowledge, so just like I would if I was running into a dungeon, that's what we're doing. Still doing good on this, and this. Feeling good with the double fireballs. 1 more level, 12 XP, will get me to Lightning Bolt. This is discard to inflict your weapon damage to all monsters. So I'm currently at 3 on the weapon damage. I could go as high as 5. So I need to find another weapon, because I could be dealing 4 damage. So let's backtrack and go around here, and let's drop. Here's where I am. I'm going to go ahead and show you this again. There's where we are. I'm going to work my way around and drop on this white gem. Then we'll go through a trap, and then we'll check that purple area and see what we can find. So the white gem room, I believe that's some sort of trader. Let's see. It is skeleton trader. Once per game, you may draw 5 loot cards and place them face up on this room. Okay, that sounds like that other guy. You may discard 2 loot cards or 1 treasure to take any one of the loot cards on this room any number of times. Well, that's just like that other guy. Who is it? The guild merchant. Oh, guess what? It's persistent. No way. Yeah, the others don't have that, but he has that. It means it stays there. So you draw them, you discard 2, because this one says to discard them. Afterwards, discard the remaining loot cards on this room. This one does not say that. Face them face up, discard loot cards to take one of these any number of times, which means I could go back to it. It's a little persistent room. That's pretty cool. The skeleton trader, but that's only for this level. If ever you leave the level, he's gone. Alright, so 5 loot cards. We've gone through this drill. A Potion of Luck. Discard to gain 2 luck. A Flying Carpet. Discard to pass the Acid Pool, Concealed Pit, Lake of Fire, Gelatinous Cube, Narrow Ledge, Pit of Spikes, or Secret Alcove. Well, guess what? I've only seen the Lake of Fire. I've not seen any of the rest of them, which means they're coming up at some point in time. So that Flying Carpet, I'd have to discard it to get past them. I'd probably run into another one right afterwards. A Gold Cup, it counts as 2 loot. So it's one of those that you trade. So I could trade 2 loot to get that, and then trade that to get, well, it wouldn't matter. It would just be, how many? A lockpick? 5. Boots of Agility. Immediately gain an agility, strictly once per game, and discard to reduce damage taken by 1 health. So that's like worth 12 experience points to boost that agility up. So, the Flying Carpet looks good. It's a one-shotter. This one gives me agility, which will help me against tests. What do I have to trade? Light Spell, Fireball, and Camping Gear. Or one of my weapons, which will drop the amount of damage I do. I'm at 6 of 8. Is it worth it for the agility to get rid of my Light Spell? Because I have 2 fireballs, but the Camping Gear. What else? The luck? I don't know. That's hard to get. The Flying Carpet. That would get me past something. It's probably a test, or it might be one of those that say you have to have this to get by it, and if not, you take the damage. I don't have a whole lot of health. I got 3 experience points. The Light Spell is just a one-time shot reduction. The Camping Gear apparently is plentiful. I'm going to trade these 2 for this Boots of Agility. And as soon as I put them on, I gain 1 agility. Boom. Wow. So these guys are still sitting on my skeleton trader here. Should I go back to see him, I would have to get some loot first, and the way to get that is to keep going. So let's go here and see trap. Let me guess, it's going to be that Flying Carpet guy. Crushing Wall. Don't think you can get past that. 1 hero. Persistent. Crushing Wall. It's persistent. Looks like it points upward. 1 hero must make a strength check. Pass if you discard a transmute rock to mud. Strength. All heroes take damage equal to the dungeon level, which is 4, or all heroes get 2 XP once per game. So, my strength is currently 5. I have no bonuses. So at level 4 would be taking 4 damage. So let's roll. I've got to roll 5 or less. I roll a 7. I have no luck, so I'm going to take 4 damage, but I can discard the boots to reduce it by 1. So I take 3 damage. Alright, that's the Crushing Wall. But it is persistent, so if I ever do pass it, I can get that XP. Alright, so we know what that one is. Let's go around here to the purple room, because we like the purple, and see what it gets us. Purple. Boom. Pit of spikes. Well, guess what? If I had a flying dang carpet, make 2 agility checks. Pass both checks if you discard a flying carpet. If you fail any of them, take damage equal to the dungeon level, but do not make a second agility check. If you pass the first, gain an experience and take a weapon from the specialty deck or discard. And if you pass the second, gain 3 experience points. So if you pass once and then fail, you're done. If you fail, you're done. If you pass once and then pass again, you get both of them. So you got to pass getting past the spikes, and then get whatever the thing is, and then you got to pass going back out. I only have 3 health. I don't see a way to gain anything back. Discard for damage, discard for damage. I put it all in the fireball. I've got no equipment left. Let's see what this book of spells does. Discard to take 1 scroll from the discard pile. And this one, spend a luck token to inflict 1 damage. I have no luck. Let's put this dagger up here on this book of spells. If I discard it, I can get a scroll. What will that scroll do for me? Light? Nope. Healing. Discard and choose any hero to gain 1 die 6. I'm at 8-3. Maybe. Basically, you're going to drop a weapon to do this. Teleport. Discard to bypass the current room and move all heroes to any location on the dungeon level map. I don't know what other weapons are in there. I could use it. Are you going to get greedy? What am I making? Agility. Agility is 7. I got to roll less than a 7 on a die 10. You know what? I'm going for it. I'm going to go ahead and make the first attempt. I have to roll a 7 or less to succeed on a die 10. I rolled a 7. Exactly. 5, 6, 7. Okay. So I pass. First pass. Gain an XP. Okay. Let's flip this to 4. And take a weapon from, because that's what you did. You cross the pit and you get that weapon from the specialty deck or the discard pile. Well, and there's a crossbow and a staff of striking. You know, let's go ahead and put this crossbow because it is an agility weapon as well, but it's also a magical weapon. So now I have enough to do 4 points of damage at a time, which could help if I survive. If I survive this and get out, I will have enough. All right. So second attempt, a 7 again. I passed. This one gained 3 more experience. Bang. That's what I'm talking about. That's 7 experience. I have 3 health. And the Pit of Spikes have been pass. That was a purple one. Wow. So I have 7. That's an 8, 16, 12. 5 will get me a little bit of extra health. We're at 4. I could die going back through there. Well, I gotta go back through the crushing wall. This could be it. What else can I manage? It is level 4. I'm going to take 4 damage if I fail. Even if I buy a vitality, it'll put me at 4. It'll still be enough to kill me outright. The only thing I see is the Book of Spells. I discard it, losing one of my damage, but that would allow me to pull that Scroll of Healing back out. That's what I got to do to stay alive. That's just it. But I bet I could do that after I make the check. So I don't have to get rid of it until I know for sure, right? Let's try it. Going back through the crushing wall, rolling strength, test. I am at, wait a minute, there was another scroll in there that I didn't need for healing. It actually allowed you, there's teleport, invisibility. There was one that allowed you to pass any, oh, it's one of mine. Is this considered in the graveyard? I think it is. Discard to pass, so I could get my luck spell back. Okay. If I had to, I could discard the Book of Spells and do this and play it to pass any test, even after the roll. Alright? So here we go. I need 5 or less, and I roll a 7. I have no luck, so I have to lose the Book of Spells, which I hate, but it's gone. There are things that allow me to get stuff back, to get my luck back, and then immediately spend my luck, discard to pass any ability check, even after the roll. So I pass, and because I pass, I gain 2 XP. Boom. Crushing wall. Talk about resource management. And now I'm going right into another trap. I could go back around that way and go into a trap. That's the way out, so I have the option of leaving. But green, what did green do for me last time? Am I greedy? Next trap. Boom. There it is. Trapdoor. Make an intellect check. Pass if any hero discards a rope. I don't have a rope. Fail, draw a monster per fail, which is multiple people, and resolve combat. All monsters gain +1 monster attack value. Or if you pass, gain 2 XP. It is a trapdoor. We're making an intellect, which is 6. I roll a 4. It is a pass. We gain 2 XP. This is not persistent. 2 XP puts me at 11. Wow. Very close to moving intellect up. I hate that I lost that. All right, so I moved past that trap. Now, that's the way down. Or I could try to do a combat, which I have fireballs, and not quite enough to go up and get that lightning bolt. And I have fireball scroll. But this fireball I can buy back. I could buy back twice. So let's move into combat. Let's pull it. It's an encounter. Draw 1 monster and resolve the combat. There it is, level 4. Medusa. She is 4 experience. If I roll a 5, it's insanity. If I roll 6, it's charm. And she has 5 health, 12 attack value, 4 damage, and it looks like a silver mirror would do something bad to her. Yeah, if she looked at herself. So let's see what insanity is. Hero loses 1 intellect. Oh boy, that's on a 5. And on a 6, it's charm. Hero must discard a henchman. So 6 isn't going to hurt me because I don't have a henchman. But I think what I need to do is use my fireball to inflict 1d6 plus 1 to Medusa, who has 5. We rolled a 3 plus 1 is 4 damage on her, putting her down to 1. That's even before anything happens. Now we can take a chance. She does 4. If she hits me, I'm done for. I'd hate to waste my fireball scroll. I could buy my fireball back and throw it at her again and still have the ability to get it back again, but it's not bringing anything up. 5, 11. I need 12 to get my intellect up 1. I have 1 more trap, and then I got that green room before I can get out of here. I'm not going back through the crushing wall. And if I get through this trap, I could go back to that dude and buy some stuff, but I have nothing. The game is designed for you to use everything. You've got to run lean in this game. If I risk this, I have no way to recover. Now, if I bought a vitality, if I bought 2, it would put me at 5 hit points, and I would be basically out of stuff. I think I'd rather kill her than prepare for being killed. So with that, I'm going to spend 5 experience to get my fireball back, which while I will in turn discard it to deal 1d6 plus 1 damage to her. A waste. There, 6 points to her. That kills her outright. Goodbye, Medusa. That's going to get me 4 experience back, which helps me buy it back again. Good. What did I roll? Oh, I never even rolled an attack roll against her. So I got my 4 experience, and I'm going to get a loot card. And there is 2 level 4s have been defeated. And we're going to get a loot. And the loot is Horn of Blasting. Discard to kill the harpy or negate the Song of Sirens or Banshee. Have we met a harpy or a banshee? I know we've met song. Oh, it's a weapon too. So it puts me back up to 4 damage when I do finally attack. So I have defeated this thing. Let's go see what the blue room has to offer. I gotta go through a trap. Maybe it's one of those people. Boom, it is a troll bridge. It's not persistent. Oh, it's got 4 experience on it. A troll demands a toll to cross. 1 hero must discard a loot card or you must fight the troll. He has, on a 5 and 6, he does regenerate, which means he rolls a d6 plus 1 and gains that much health. He has 6 health, an attack value of 12, and he does 3 damage. He's worth 4 experience just for doing it. Let's spend 5, 4, and 1 to get my fireball back. And I still got 5 left to buy it again if I have to. Now I'm going to discard this fireball to inflict 1d6 plus 1. Come on, baby. There's 3 plus 1 is 4. I'm just going to put him up here as a combatant. So he has 2 left. He does 3 damage. I have 3 health. I have no way of getting it back. I have to do it. Doesn't matter how much damage I do, it's whether I can hit him or not. And I gotta roll 12. I have a +6. I lost my guy. I gotta spend, I'm losing all my experience, but I'm gaining the experience for doing it. I'll recycle the fireball. We'll send it through again for a mere 2 points, but it's enough to kill him, just barely. Whew. He is worth 4 experience. And I get a loot card, and this guy goes away. It wasn't persistent, so we're going to mark it off. We made it through. I do have a crushing wall. Did I kill that one? Yeah. That's the crushing wall, and this one was gotten rid of as well. A loot card. Torch. Discard to kill the mummy. Huh. Okay. Well, have I seen a mummy? Maybe I beat him already. I'm not sure. I have no camping. This is rough. Rough. Level 4. Let's go to the green room and see what we can find. Folks, this is level 4 of this dungeon. The green room. Magic Mouth. That's classic. Classic dungeon crawl. Boom. The wall begins to speak in riddles. Draw a loot card and place it face up on this room. You may place a loot card on this room to make an intellect check. You may make any number of these wagers. Pass. Take all loot cards on this room. Draw a loot card and place it face up on this card. Potion of Healing. Oh my goodness. It's a bet. So I have to pay a loot card in order to make a roll. If I lose, it stays. If I win, I take everything. I will bet my torch against your Potion of Healing. And I can do any number of these wagers. Take all loot cards on this room. If I pass an intellect check. My intellect is 6, so I got to roll a 6 or less. I rolled a 9. I have no luck. I lost the bet. So I will place the Horn of Blasting and roll it again. I rolled a 10. I lost the bet. I will place my Scroll of Fireball. I will roll again. I rolled a 2. I won. All of them come off. Thank you, kind sir. I had enough to where I could just keep on betting and gambling until I got the Potion of Healing, which I will use right now. 1d6 plus 1 health. A 1. Not having good luck with that 6-sider. It must be those pointed edges. Anyway, so the Magic Mouth is done. Boon or Bane, that's the greens. Alright, so I have done this trap. I have fought this. I have done that. I have a battle, a red card to exit. So let's pull this. We're reaching the end of level 4, and we have the Pit of Despair. Draw 3 monsters and resolve combat. What a time for this to come up, because this is level 4, folks. 1, the Griffin. 2, the Werewolf. 3, a Stone golem. Wow. So any one of them I attack is going to have +2 because there are 2 other critters out here. The Griffin, all of them have 4 experience. The Griffin has Frenzy on a 5, which says he gets 2 attack value until the end of combat, but it's not cumulative. And if I roll a 6, he gets an extra attack. Which means I take damage equal to the monster damage. So basically it hits me twice if I roll a 6. Actually, if I roll a 6, what if I had enough to hit him and he didn't hit me? It says extra attack, hero takes damage equal, so I would take damage regardless, even if I hit him if I rolled a 6. He has 5 health, 13 attack value, and he hits for 3. The werewolf has poison, which basically says I lose a strength minimum to a minimum of 1. He has berserk. He gains 2 damage until the end of combat, non-cumulative. He has 5 health, 14 attack value, and he hits for 2. And Wolfsbane, I think, would calm him. The stone golem has berserk. We've gone over that. He has stone flesh, which says his damage will be reduced by his damage value, which is 3. So if I hit him for 4, he would only take 1. These guys, this is the pit of despair, and believe me, I am despairing. I can't kill him. I don't have enough to do any of that. I have a fireball. And they all have +1 attack value. No, +2 attack value from each other. Harpy, nope. Banshee, nope. Dagger, crossbow, magic staff. None of those are going to help me. Pit of despair. Man, I hadn't even got to the 5th level yet. Alright. Not enough experience. Not enough to get up there on lightning. Can't buy any health. I just have to hack my way out. Now I could evade, and if I do that, I got to roll less than the monster's level on a die 6, but I have to do it for each monster, I believe. I'm going to check that. The runaway. Evasion. Oh, it has to exceed the level. Okay, so on a die 6, the higher the monster level, the harder it is to evade him. So I'd have to roll 5, 6, 3 times. Not good. I don't think I'm going to be able to evade this group of people. So I thought it was all that coming in. I have a mere 5 health, so I have to use this fireball. And I have to try to take somebody out. I'll try the Griffin. So I discard this to do 1 die 6 + 1 damage to the Griffin, who has 5. And look at that, I do 6 damage and kill the Griffin. Gives me 4 experience. This is the little engine here. And a loot. The loot is a crystal ball. Discard to rearrange the top 5 cards of any card deck. it's a backpack item. All right, so he is gone. The Griffin is gone from a fireball. I gained my 4 experience, and I gained my loot. The Griffin is discarded, level 4. So I have 8. I'm going to spend 5 of it to buy my fireball pack, which is my starting loot. I'm going to discard it to use it, and I'm going to attack the werewolf. 2 + 1 is 3 points to him, putting him down to 2. Now I will attack him. He has a 14, 15 to hit. I have +6. I have a +6. I'd have to roll a 9 or a 10 to hit him. Boy. A 9 or a 10 to hit him. I can't get my fireball back with 3. I'm rolling. A 3. I'm hit for 2. A 6. +6 is 12. And he's at a 15. I'm hit for 2. I could try to evade, but I'd have to roll a 5, 6 twice. Is that better on this or better on that to roll a 9 or a 10? I got a 20% here. I've got 33 twice. I'm not going to run away. I'm going to try one more time against the werewolf, and if it kills me, folks. There's a 9. Can you believe it? That you saw that? You saw that roll. That's a 9. +6 is 15. Oh. 15. Which is a tie. Sorry, that should be a health counter on him, not an experience. 15 is a tie. I needed a 10 to get a 16. I don't have any other +1s. Do I have something I can discard? Use that to do that. Use that to do that. Spend 1 luck. I don't have any luck. Do that to do that. So, I kill the werewolf with 4 damage. This is happening simultaneously. So I kill him. I gain 4 experience. I gain a loot, which is camping gear. And then he deals 2 damage back to me, which takes me out, folks. So, well, I can't believe I got as far as I did. I made it to the last room of level 4 before going down to level 5. This pit of despair, drawing 3 monsters and having to fight all of them at level 4. You know, at level 1, this would have been doable. But at level 4, apparently it's a death. So, that's how this works. 10 characters to choose from. Still got a deck this big, full of cards. Still have... Is this backwards? Still have cards in these decks that I have not gotten to. Monsters that I've not gotten to. I mean, every level... You could play it 4, 5, 6 times and never run into the same monster twice. We've got bosses galore. I mean, 3, 6, 8 bosses. You could randomize them, or you could set them up and try to do each one at a time. I Again, there's another mode on this. I'm going to step up for a second. Instead of using the flat cards out here in the middle, you can actually set up your whole dungeon in advance like this, and put a bunch of tokens on there that pop up and tell you what level cards to pull and everything like that. And basically it has all 5 levels, and it shows little campsites where you can camp, and you're working your way to the end where the boss is, which I think he's in this room right here on this one. But there are 4 of these. The backside of each of these has one of these maps on them, and that's why it's a 1 to 3 player, because one of them would be the map, and then the other 3 would be the player boards. So, and of course there's one on the back of this one which is not a player board, so that would be the one if you had 3 players. If you did any of the others, you could only do 2 players, because there's only 3 player boards among them. And of course solo, you could play against any of them and be just fine. There's also this whole set of cards can be swapped out with another whole set of cards, and you are running the back side of some of these, which is actually the crypt map. So replayability galore, and I died. So next time I'll try maybe another character, maybe try the crypt side and see if I can get through this thing. But for now, the wizard lies dead on the steps going down to the 5th level, and maybe somebody will come along and resurrect me so that I can do another video. Anyway, that's it for the day. Sunday solo at the Wizard's Table. Leave comments, like it, and I'll post this in 4 separate viewings, and we'll see you next time.